hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kusa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Remy Ma and Papoose.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine, you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine, you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me?
All right. Hello, everyone. Grand Rising. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen n0rs show. I'm your host, Queen n0rs, and this is your Saturday morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so before we get into the receipts, let's have a brief word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes. Please be sure to hit that like and share button. Thank you.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes hair oil at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts. You can also find it at Walmart.com. Okay, so let's get into it, honey. Now, mind you, I was trying to sleep in this morning because I told y'all we were partying last night. Okay, so I was up late. And then OG Patrice called me, waking me up out of my good sleep, talking about, did I get her text message? And I'm like, what text message, honey? I've been asleep. Come to find out, looks like Diddy and Fonzworth Bentley have been sued. So let's get into it. And not only that, also Q from Day 26 did an interview, and he says that Don Richard and Diddy tried to sacrifice him, honey. This is all nefarious, okay? All while Diddy's trafficking trial is underway. But let me continue. I'm going to share my screen so we can take a look at this lawsuit. Now, I haven't read this. I just pulled this up. Okay, so there it is, honey. Let's get into the salaciousness of it all. All right, here we go. Now, this was filed on yesterday. Randy Dwayne Pittman versus Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy, and you know all the aliases, okay? And then Derek Watkins, a.k.a. Fonzworth Bentley. Ooh, honey. Fonzworth Bentley has been so quiet. It is just interesting to see his name dragged into it. Okay, so here's what it says. Comes now your plaintiff, Randy Dwayne Pittman, proceeding pro se, brings this complaint against Sean John Combs, professionally known as Diddy, and Derek Watkins, professionally known as Fonzworth Bentley, and represents unto this honorable court as follows. This is a civil action for damages arising from the violent grape, sexual assault, rugging with a D, and battery of Mr. Pittman and two minor females on May the 23rd of 2003. Now, I want you all to pay attention to that date because he's alleging that this instance occurred on May the 23rd of 2003, and then he filed this lawsuit on May the 23rd of 2025. Okay, do y'all see that? Did y'all catch that? Okay. Now, this happened at a hotel in Atlanta, Georgia. The assaults were perpetrated by defendants Sean John Combs and Derek Watkins following the Sean John promotional fashion show held at Lenox Square Mall. Now, what do y'all think about this? Hold on here. What do y'all have to say about this, honey? Now, here's the thing. By the fact that he filed this pro se, I'm going to see where this goes, but he filed this pro se, which makes me just a little bit suspicious, okay? Because why is he filing it pro se? Is it because no lawyer would take the case? I don't know, but I want you all to pay attention to something. Usually, Panther Strike said, caught it, Queen, credible. Okay, now I find that to be symbolic of something. But anyway, let's continue and see where this takes us, because like I said, he found this pro se. Okay, so now goes on to say, plaintiff seeks compensatory and punitive damages for physical injuries, emotional distress, and other damages resulting from the defendant's unlawful conduct. Okay, the court has jurisdiction over this matter pursuant to statute 28. I'm going to skip past that and go to the party to the complaint. Plaintiff Randy Dwayne Pittman is an adult individual currently residing in the state of Georgia. At the time of the events described herein, Mr. Pittman was employed by a talent agency called Options Talent based in Atlanta, Georgia. Defendant Sean John Combs, professionally known as Diddy, is a prominent music producer, entrepreneur, and public figure who, upon information and belief, maintains residence in multiple locations, including New York and California. Combs was the founder of the Sean John lifestyle brand and was promoting the brand at Lenox Square Mall on May the 23rd of 2003. Defendant Derek Watson, professionally known as Fonzworth Bentley, is an entertainer and associate of Sean John Combs, who, upon information and belief, maintains residences in multiple locations. Watkins was acting under the direction and on behalf of Combs during the events described herein. Now we're getting into the factual background. This is all so interesting. So on May the 23rd of 2003, Mr. Pittman was performing his duties as a talent scout for Options Talent at Lenox Square Mall in Atlanta, Georgia, where a Sean John fashion show was being held. Plaintiff did not work for Sean John, nor was he affiliated with the fashion show. His presence at the event was solely in his capacity as a talent scout for Options Talent. During the event, plaintiff was approached by defendant Derek Watkins, who inquired about his occupation and asked whether he knew any women who would be interested in attending an after party hosted by Sean John Combs. Watkins offered plaintiff entry to the party on the condition that he bring female guests along. Plaintiff agreed to attempt to bring guests to the event. Following the fashion show, plaintiff was introduced to Sean John Combs, who provided him with event credentials and instructed plaintiff to act as if he were part of the Sean John team, including taking photographs of Combs during the event. Combs and Watkins later directed plaintiff to bring two young females who were present at the event to a post-event interview at Rich's department store and then to a hotel party. Plaintiff and the two females, aged 13 and 14, were transported to a hotel by members of Combs' entourage, where a party was held and where the assaults occurred. While at the hotel, Combs and Watkins provided plaintiff and the two minor females with alcohol and pills described as ecstasy and coerced them into non-consensual sexual acts through intoxication, manipulation, and threats of violence. Plaintiff alleges that he and the two minor females were subjected to sexual assault, battery, and other unlawful acts by Combs and Watkins during the duration of the party. As a direct and proximate result of defendant's actions, plaintiff suffered physical injury, severe emotional distress, psychological trauma, and lasting harm. What do y'all think about this? I have several questions. Auntie B's house said, why wait 22 years later? And why, when everyone else did, the Me Too movement is real? Here's the thing that I have questions about. First of all, why did he wait all this time? But here's another thing, though. The 13 and 14-year-old, now he's suing Diddy, but why did he bring them? Why did he bring them knowing that they were not of age? Don't y'all find that very suspicious? But let's continue, because something doesn't sound right. Cause of action. Okay, count 1, sexual assault and battery. Plaintiff incorporates by reference the allegations set forth in paragraphs 1 through 17 as though fully stated herein. Now, mind you, for him to have filed this pro se, he must really have a very good knowledge of the law, because this is done very professionally. I wonder if he is an attorney himself or worked as a paralegal or something. But let me continue. So defendants, by their acts and omissions, intentionally engaged in unwanted and non-consensual sexual contact with plaintiff, resulting in physical and emotional harm. The conduct of defendants constituted sexual assault and battery under both federal and state law. As a direct and proximate result of defendant's unlawful conduct, plaintiff suffered physical injury, emotional distress, mental anguish, and other damages. Count 2, rugging with a D and endangerment. Plaintiff incorporates by reference the allegations set forth in paragraphs 1 through 21 as though fully stated herein. Defendants knowingly provided plaintiff with intoxicating substances, including alcohol and ecstasy, to impair his judgment and resistance. The distribution of these substances was intended to facilitate non-consensual acts and impair plaintiff's ability to defend himself. As a direct and proximate result, plaintiff experienced severe emotional distress, psychological trauma, and physical harm. Count 3, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Plaintiff incorporates by reference of allegations set forth in paragraphs 1 through 25 as though fully stated herein. Defendant's conduct was extreme, outrageous, and beyond the bounds of decency, intentionally inflicting severe emotional distress upon plaintiff. As a direct and proximate result of defendant's actions, plaintiff suffered severe emotional trauma, humiliation, and lasting psychological harm. Count 4, civil rights violations. Not civil rights violations. I'm trying to see if this is all adding up. Okay, but anyway, let's continue. Now, plaintiff alleges the conduct of defendants violated his civil rights under federal and state law, causing deprivation of personal liberty, bodily integrity, and safety. The acts of violence, coercion, and abuse committed by defendants were intentional, malicious, and in direct violation of plaintiff's fundamental rights. As a result, plaintiff suffered substantial harm, both physically and emotionally. Count 5, negligence and gross negligence. Plaintiff incorporates by reference of the allegations set forth in paragraphs 1 through 31 as though fully stated herein. Defendants owed a duty of care to plaintiff to ensure his safety and protection from harm. Defendants breached that duty through willful misconduct, negligence, and gross negligence, resulting in physical and emotional harm to plaintiff. As a direct and proximate result of this breach, plaintiff suffered substantial damages. Count 6, punitive damages. Defendants acted with malice, oppression, and reckless. Hold on, where was I? Okay, here I go. Hold on, beloveds, I scrolled down too far. I'm on count 6. Punitive damages. Okay. Defendants acted with malice, oppression, and reckless disregard for plaintiff's rights, justifying an award of punitive damages to punish and deter such conduct in the future. Prayer for relief. Wherefore, plaintiff demands judgment against defendant as follows. 1, for compensatory damages in the amount of $7,500,000. 2, for punitive damages to punish defendants for their egregious conduct to be determined by this honorable court or jury. 3, for cost of this action, including preparation and investigative fees and court cost. 4, for such other relief as the court deems just, proper, and equitable. Respectfully submitted this the 16th day of May in the year of the Lord 2025. Okay, and it is signed by Randy Dwayne Pittman Pro Se. All right. I find this all very interesting. Wait a second. Now, what's this? Hold on. Is it printed twice? Hold on, beloveds. Yeah, this is the same thing. It printed twice for some reason. Okay. Anyway, with that all being said, I find this also interesting at the end of the day. I find this also interesting. Now, still, my question is, why did he bring those children there? Okay, and why did he file this by himself? Could he not get an attorney or what? I just have questions. I don't know, but y'all let me know what y'all think. What do y'all have to say about it? Okay, Nessie X said, I have so many questions. How did Fonzworth get those kids? Where the parents? Where's the parents and why? I know, right? I mean, there's so many blanks. There's just not enough answers for me. Okay, there's just not enough answers. I have several questions. Now, they were in the mall, and Fonzworth just comes up and invites him somewhere. I don't know about this one. I guess we'll see. But now let's talk about Q, because Q from day 26 says that Diddy and Richard, his ex-girlfriend, tried to take him up out of here to the spiritual realm. Let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Okay, DJ Big Six said, jumping on the money train. I know, that's right. Auntie B's house said 22 years ago, did the minors tell their parents? Did the accuser tell them kids' parents? Why were the kids with him again? Exactly, honey. I have so many questions because there's too many holes in this story. And like I said, he filed it pro se. So I'm just wondering, I always get suspicious when people file these sort of lawsuits by themselves without use of an attorney. Because why? Because it's not like you don't have the money, because you actually, if it's a good viable case, the attorney will do it based on a contingency fee. So they don't get paid until after the judgment, the settlement is granted. Okay. So Panda Strike said the jury hopefully will be able to differentiate between hearsay and proof. Right. Okay, so now with that all been said, let's hear what Q had to say, because I thought this was very interesting. Do you all remember when they were on day 26? I think they were on Vlad TV, and they were tearing up then too. And I could have sworn they said something about this. But let's get into it. I'm going to share. Well, I already shared the screen, but let me go ahead and start the video.
At this time, I was around Dirty Money for about a year while they were creating Last Train to Paris. And I guess I was around because I was dating Dawn. So Diddy's like, I think he was very, very high. He's like, we're going to go to the Hamptons. He was like, we're going to go stay the night there, and you guys want to come. And it felt very weird because this energy just felt so weird. You know what I mean? It was friendly high. You know what I'm saying? Like a friendly invitation to something. He wasn't usually like that? No. He's never invited all of us to one of his houses. Before we get to the Hamptons, they're like speeding in these black SUVs on the expressway very, very fast. Like they were in a rush to get to the Hamptons. We get to the Hamptons and we walk through the house and we arrive in the backyard near the pool. And my ex at the time, which was Dawn, she gave me an ecstasy pill. And she said... Is that what she said it was? Yeah, she said it was ecstasy, and she said it was from Puff to give to me. And it was red, and I took it because I thought I was going to get freaky with my girlfriend, you know? We tried ecstasy before, and I trusted her that that's what it was. So I took it immediately, and she had one too. He gave her 2 of them. I took mine. Within like 20 minutes, I knocked out and blacked out. I woke up in the twins' bedroom in the basement, and I woke up out of my sleep screaming very, very loud. Who are the twins? I don't know their names. Are you talking about Diddy's daughters? Twins. Okay. Yeah. Diddy's twins. His girls. Yeah, I woke up in their bed. Canberra's filming me and they were laughing as I woke up out of my sleep, screaming. And it felt like, I'm not gonna cry.
It's okay. Yeah, take your time. It's okay. It's understandable that you're reliving this and emotion comes with it. There's just no way around it. So it
felt very sacrificial. That's what I meant when I said, I felt like they were trying to hurt me, or Diddy was trying to maybe sacrifice me that night. I didn't say, when I went on Vlad TV, I didn't say anything about finding a sacrificial email.
Hold on. What he's discussing in regards to Vlad TV is that's one of the interviews that the boys did. He had to leave gaps within that interview, and they decided to fill those gaps. It's kind of what I've experienced this past week. As you guys know, we started this out, and it was, we all have this intention to talk our way through to the end of this trial and hopefully see justice for whatever whatever is proven and whatever the jury decides. Even you had situations that were just made up out of nowhere. So did I last week. He was discussing one in which he couldn't say certain things because he's honoring a contract. And within that, people decided to fill in the blanks. So he discussed an email. He had tears. People put it together that he's crying over an email and basically tried to suggest that he's not a man and he's boohooing over an email.
I know there are some details about the incident you described. Maybe you don't want to get into. And no, let's get into it. Okay, we can. Can I go with how, I know you can be open about how it made you feel, right? So you're saying after this particular incident, you left there feeling, you called it sacrificial, but did you felt as if they
were trying to hurt me in my sleep? Because I woke up screaming. I woke up out of my sleep screaming. So what I mean by it felt like sacrificial, it felt like someone was trying to hurt me or take me out because I possibly couldn't have woke up out of my sleep that night.
Do you know what happened to you?
I woke up screaming like a girl to the top of my lungs at a high pitch.
Well, did you have clothes on?
I think I was in my shorts because I remember jumping into a swimming pool.
But do you believe that some of what happened to you was recorded on one or many of these iPhones?
Oh, yeah. I saw phones and lights. It wasn't a video camera. It was a phone camera light.
So there are people who do know what happened to you, and there's a reason you believe why they're not telling you?
At this time, I was around Dirty Money for about a year while they were creating Last Train to Paris. And I guess I was around because
Now, what do you all think about that? DJ Big Six said, this is a dang movie script. Okay? This is real crazy. And they were absolutely crying when they were on Vlad. I'm going to play a snippet of the Vlad TV interview. Lights up, everyone, please like and share it. I'm going to put an overlay on the screen. But I'm just going to play like a snippet of that.
Facing life, no bail.
Yeah.
With all the other crazy stuff that came out. Like, for example, were you guys around Cassie at all?
Yeah. She's our close, good friend.
Good friend. Did you see any of the abuse?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Man.
When you saw that video in the hotel hallway.
Yeah, that was fucked up. Man, that could be any man and any woman. That was not deserved. You know what I'm saying? No matter whether it was Diddy and Cassie or whoever it was, that just is ridiculous, bro. I can't. Yeah, that was horrible.
I mean, that video was awful. And I mean, he's being held right now under a RICO. But I've said this publicly. I don't quite understand how one person could be a RICO. And I understand the freakiness and, he likes to see other dudes sleep with his woman. And,
allegedly.
Whatever. Like that, that's, allegedly about it. He may or may not be bisexual, whatever. All that's legal. I don't quite understand what exactly he's being charged with.
Me neither.
Do any of you really understand?
I mean, other than him other than that.
No, but he's not being charged for that. That's past the statute of limitations.
He's paid off or whatever, right?
Yeah, she said.
What up, Playboy? What up? Be very excited. Then I saw a high Sean too, which was very dangerous. So that's why I said I feel like he's in jail, and I'm not judging anybody because I think he needs prayer and help. But he's in jail because he's a danger to himself, first of all, and he's a danger to the world right now. And I think there's a lot of people that are scared that didn't come out in the beginning, that are very scared because it's a scary situation. It's not just him that could possibly hurt you. It's people around him that are still close to him that could hurt you, or it's just really deep, man, with Sean. So I would say I think he's in jail right now just for a good reason.
Well, I did an interview with Roger Bonds, who was in security. Was he around you guys?
No.
No?
I don't think he was around. Well, he was around him.
I was around Roger Bonds.
He was around him, right. And he witnessed all the abuse.
Yeah.
But, you know, what you're saying is, you know, basically consistent to what he was saying was that Diddy was, you know, over time became a drug addict.
Yeah.
You know, he would go on these drug binges. You know, him and Cassie would lock themselves in these hotel rooms for 3-4 days, go on these binges. And during the binges, that's when allegedly the freak offs happen or whatever else. And then they would go and get IVs.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Try to rejuvenate themselves.
That's a fact.
And then a week or two later, go through the same type of thing.
He's also the person that said that Diddy said that he never cared about making a band, and he never planned on using, you know, making a band successful. Like it was
just basically like a lick for him.
Yeah. Like he never really had a business mind.
That was James said that.
Well, my thing with Roger Bonds was
Bonds.
like I had an issue with him, and I was kind of like nervous around them because I was in the email and I saw some things in a personal email that threw me off guard.
Like what?
I don't want to go into details right now, but it just threw me off guard. You know what I mean? To make me be like, you know what I mean? Like I understand you crying now and of the trauma that you've seen, but what about me, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what about the trauma you put me through when I read that email?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's just not like Sean that's guilty. They're all fucking guilty, man. Like, and I'm just put the blame on Sean. I blame everybody that's in his circle. They're all millions and they want to be like him. And if they can't be like him, they try to come against him. If they don't got the money or they can't get it as quick as him or whatever he's doing to get it, you know, then all of a sudden it's like, let's turn against him now. You know what I mean? Because I guess whatever. I don't know.
Well, you said that you've seen the drugged out Diddy.
Yeah.
What would happen during those times?
Well, I mean, I'll keep it very short. Things felt very sacrificial.
Shit.
Okay, explain.
I can't. Because I don't want to sound like I'm a conspiracy person too. You know what I mean? Because I'm not. But when you're under a power, man, it's just you. I can't go into details now, but sir, like I'll tell you, it felt like some sacrificial stuff was going on, man. Like it felt very scary and weird to where I ran to get help. I ran to my doctor. I spoke up with my family. I spoke up to people around me because I was like, if this is true, and I'm caught missing or dead or something, I want you guys to know facts and the truth of what I'm going through and experiencing.
Did you have this conversation with the rest of the group?
Yeah, they know.
So when you guys heard this,
we was in tears. Like,
oh,
yeah,
wow,
in tears, real. I love my brother. What's going on? Tears, real, hurt, pain. Like that.
I got to get an injection in my arm every month for mental health now for the rest of my life.
What's the?
They diagnosed me as schizophrenic and bipolar.
3 signs your car accident is worth major compensation.
The same thing, kind of like what Fred said he was going through, but it's just, I didn't experience suicide thoughts. I experienced other thoughts of being harmed and stuff.
Yeah, I have people in my family who are both schizophrenic and other people that have been bipolar.
Yeah, it's real.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. That is so sad. Did y'all hear that? Diddy has made this young man darn near lose his mind, allegedly. Oh, very sad. Truth No TV said, what a waste of talent and money. I absolutely agree. Terry Hinton must not believe it. Said, did you pay off the doctor for that diagnosis? Terry Hinton, why you think the young man is lying? You said nobody made him take that pill? Dorana said, sit down somewhere, Glad. Wow, y'all are going in. What is really going on here? Y'all are so nefarious. Oh my goodness. At the end of the day, listen, I believe he absolutely does have mental health issues. I mean, how could you not dealing with Diddy if these things that he's accused of are true? And I believe that most of them are. I could see people being clearly traumatized. This is awful. Okay. Terry Hinn said this story sounds sketchy to me. All right, beloved, it could be sketchy, honey. Don't get me to sitting up here caping. I'm just saying, if true, it's very sad. So anyway, with that all being said, honey, let's talk about real quick before we roll up out of here. Let's get into it. Hold on, honey, because Remy Ma has come back out going in on Pap again. Hold on. Now, mind you, hold on, beloveds. Now, when I play this video, I'm going to mute it because you don't really hear them talking anyway. All you hear is music playing, and I'm not trying to get any copyright issues. So I'm going to play my own music. But this is what, remember when Pap said, when I reported yesterday, Pap said that the young guy, the knockout king is what he calls him, said that he was blackmailing Remy. He was threatening to release some pictures and videos and all that stuff. Well, Remy has posted some pictures and videos that she claims are what he was actually talking about. And she said he was threatening to blackmail Papoose, not her, or as she called him, Pawn Poose. She called him Pawn Poose, being petty. But the bottom line is, she says he was threatening to blackmail Papoose. How could he blackmail Papoose? Those are pictures of him and Remy. So he was clearly threatening to blackmail her. So I'm going to go to the video. And like I said, I muted the sound because of the music. I'll add my own music to it.
Another Queen Amadaya production.
Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading on light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Rockin' pin is swilling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark, painted my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track.
Another Queen Amadaya production.
Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading on light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Rockin' pin is swilling, but it won't touch me. Only love around, that's how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark, painted my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading on light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. Got my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the
Now imagine doing all of that while you have a husband at home. Okay? And then did y'all see when they were out there on the beach in their hotel robes, honey? You're doing all that. You have a whole husband at home. Okay, Panther Strike said, where is the incriminating evidence, Remy Ma? Okay, she really just incriminated herself, honey. Let us know how much of a hoe she really is. And here's what she wrote. This is what Pawn Poose was threatening to post and more. This is why he's so mad. Well, I don't blame him. Hell, I'm mad. Okay. She said, this is why he's so mad. Hell, I'm mad for it. He should be mad. This was you were his wife, and this is what you chose to do. Honey, please, like I said, it's all about the disrespect, but let me continue. This is why he want to go to games and be seen, because he thinks it's payback, but I don't care. He's had photos and videos for years. He's mad that I'm actually smiling and laughing again. I'm not ashamed of anything I have done, not even all I have done for you. I did it because I'm the realest ever. You claim I was so bad and said all these horrible habits I have, yet you stayed for my daughter. Now you stayed hoping I would come back. And when you saw I wasn't following for the usual tactics, you said F me and my baby, but had to lie and say I'm keeping you away from your image. And that's also why you stayed the 6 years, 4 months, and 10 days I was away, because I'm really who I say I am. Oh, no, she didn't throw up when she was in prison. Y'all see that? Y'all see the disrespect, the ungratefulness? She said that's why now she's clowning him for waiting for her while she was in prison. Okay, that's also why you stayed the 6 years, 4 months, and 10 days I was away. Yeah, while she was in there sleeping with her prison mate. Let's not forget that he caught her in their house sleeping with two. Let's not forget. But Remy Cook. She said, because I'm really who I say I am. I've been home for 11 years now. I don't owe anyone anything. I'm a great mom, was a great wife, and just want to be left alone like I leave everyone else alone. But yeah, she's always calling him and Clarissa, girl, bye. Please leave them alone. Okay, sidebar. I am private, so this all has taken a lot out of me to even do, but enough is enough. She's private when she's the one getting online, posting all her business. I beg to differ. To all the friends and family that tried to intervene, I appreciate and love you all. Double sidebar. To any women out there staying because it used to be good or for the kids, don't. Stay because the person actually loves you and is actually changing for the better, not because you're scared to leave and worry about what people say. Honey, this is all cap. I don't care what anybody says. Remy is a liar who lies, talking about not because you worried about what anybody says. Girl, that's the last thing you was worried about what anybody damn says, because if you was concerned about what anybody said, you wouldn't have been sitting there taking pictures and videos, holding hands in bathrobes on the beach for after you walk out of your hotel with a man that you're supposed to be working with and signed. Well, you got a husband at home with your daughter. Girl, bye. This is absolutely nefarious, okay? Ooh, honey, I feel bad for Papoose, honey. She has not done anything but made herself look like the trollop that she is. Okay, she definitely is who she says she is, a whole trollop. Now she's trying to flip the script. I want you all to pay attention, because now she's trying to flip the script and act like Papoose was doing all this stuff the whole time. But you never said nothing about it before. Where's your proof and receipts? Where's the pictures and videos of Papoose with women? Where is it, Remy? We're not going to just take your word because you're a liar who lies. I want to see the proof of receipts. Okay? Because for one, we never saw Papoose with anybody other than Remy Ma. Okay? So if he was lying and cheating, where are your receipts? Because at least he did it respectfully, if that's the case, but not you. Do y'all see that? And now she's trying to justify it, and then was messing around with a whole stud in prison, invited that stud to your house after the stud was released, and then had relations with the stud in your house with your husband and your daughter. Girl, you are the worst of the worst. Okay, it's nothing she can say about Papoose as far as I'm concerned. And now you're going to try to clown that man for waiting for you while you sat in prison, carpet munching the whole time, no less. I find it all so nefarious. I find it all so nefarious. Panther Strike said that's why Papoose needs to just move on, block her, have a wonderful life, write those rhymes. Okay? Ooh, I wouldn't have nothing else to do with that witch. Okay? Jeff ATL said Papoose is a stand-up black man. He sure is, as far as I'm concerned, honey. She convinced me with it. Talking about he pawned her jewelry. Girl, you pawned that man's heart. He probably bought your earth the jewelry anyway. And then bragged and said, I've been out 11 years. I don't owe anybody anything. Do y'all hear that? I want you all, ladies and gentlemen, to imagine waiting for somebody darn near 7 years and only for them to years later tell you, I've been out 20 years. I don't owe anybody anything. Wow. So the passage of time negates the fact that you sat there and waited, being loyal, putting money on books so they could buy commissary. Also interesting, honey. This is a hot ass mess. Christopher said, Queen cooking hotter than a pot of collard greens. Thank you, beloved. I absolutely cannot I absolutely cannot, honey. Woe be to ye who dare to wait upon anyone, okay? Do y'all hear this? Honey, you couldn't pay me to wait for anybody at this point, honey. It's a wrap for everybody, honey. Nobody's waiting for anybody ever in prison these days. Remy Ma has ruined it for everybody, okay? Anybody that's currently waiting is going to stop right now as soon as they hear this crap. Okay, please pay attention, honey. Nicole said Pap created a monster catering to her. Exactly. And then she blatantly posted the videos and stuff and just bragging as if that made her look a bit good. Okay? Oh, honey, I absolutely cannot. Truth No TV says she's messing herself up and can't even see it. Exactly. I mean, the nefariousness of it all. DJ Big Six said, I know that's right. Oh, wow. Really? Remy Ma, that's how you get down? Aqua Girl Rising says she is a hot ass mess. She sure is. Nicole said, I mean, everybody. I know what you mean, beloved. This is all crazy. Looking above the drama, coming in late, talking about, wait a minute, who is carpet munching? Remy Ma, that's who, honey, when she was in prison, she was messing with a whole stud. And when the stud got out, she invited him to the house, and Pap caught them in the bed, honey, doing what they do. This is all nefarious. All hell no said, I hope the whole brigade revokes her membership. Not the whole brigade. Linda said, I don't even have words, honey. I don't either. I have never. Okay, with that all being said, honey, I'm out of here. Okay, I am so out of here. And then she had nerve to call that man Papoose. Now, I want you all to remember the continuous disrespect, calling that man out of his name, clowning him and all of that, discounting anything he's ever done for her. But he's not clowned her not once. He's not called her out of her name not once. Okay? Niecy said, Remy Ma needs some meds. She sure does, beloved. Patricia said she was carpet munching before prison. You know what, Patricia? You're probably right, beloved. I didn't even think about that. She probably was. Oh, honey, this is all crazy. Tasty Cake said she is so mean to him. She really is. Imagine treating somebody like that after they sat there while you did a darn near 7-year bid. I mean, this is absolutely egregious. Jeff ATL said, I used to have a crush on Remy Ma back in 2000s and 2010s. This disrespect for Papoose has made me hate her completely now, honey. Okay, I don't blame you. Pensacola said, yet all the bills in Papoose name. Okay. The Equal said, Remy will go live to regret her, or she will live to regret her actions. Wait and see. She sure will. Miss AP said she has totally embarrassed herself. Okay. And she doesn't even know it. Now, when she wakes up this morning, I hope she realizes the fool that she just made of herself. And she acted like it was a flex, posting pictures of her and that Negro. First of all, that's a downgrade. Okay? That's a downgrade, honey. Let me go read some of the comments on that post. Hold on. Let me see if anybody was agreeing with her and trying to cake for her. Y'all know how they were doing yesterday, some of them. I'm going to read some of the comments. One of them says, child, Remy is petty boots. Not her calling him Papoose. Then somebody said, is it just me or both of them need to get off brand versions? Both of them are got off brand versions of each other. Somebody said, she's been rocking matching outfits with another while married, but y'all are mad that he moved on. The internet is not a real place because y'all pick and choose when to reason. Sad. Okay. I mean, really, wearing matching outfits. Y'all saw them, honey. They had on that little green matching outfits looking like, okay. Rex Green said Rim got her a leprechaun, okay? And the leprechaun was dressed in his leprechaun attire. This is all crazy, honey. Okay, somebody says, child, even everyone already knew she was with him and Pap said nothing. He gets with Clarissa and the world knows. Sounds salty. Okay, this is all a mess. Not being ashamed of cheating on your husband while simultaneously shaming him for moving on as well is diabolical. Honey, they are going in on her. Somebody said Rim posting like she upgraded. It's still a downgrade. I know that's right. Somebody said, and this is definitely not a blackmail video because they wasn't hiding. They was together. She just wanted to post this to finally claim the bozo in public. That's exactly why she wanted to do it. She claimed him, honey, and they called him a bozo. Okay. Somebody said, I mean, they do look happy. Somebody said, sorry, Rim, posting him is not a flex. Somebody said, sit the F down. If you was paying for everything with Pap, why the F you think you about to do? What the F you think you about to do for Pap Jr.? Somebody said, where's all the but they married comments that y'all be posting under Clarissa's videos? Laughing my ass off like Remy haven't been in a relationship. Oh, this is all egregious, honey. Y'all hear this? Well, the people are going in on Remy. She made herself look like the whole fool that she is, honey. And I'm so glad. Thanks for posting the receipts and evidence that you were doing exactly what we all knew you were doing. Okay. And while you were married and your husband's at home with your daughter. All right. And also, let's not forget that he went to therapy trying to work it out. But this is how she repaid him, honey. Okay. I'm telling y'all right now, anybody going to prison, you on your darn own, honey. Nobody's waiting for anybody at this point, honey. It's a wrap. Panther Strike said, and the clowning begins. Remy, hide your head in the sand, okay? Anyway, with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again to the original Queen Shakur show. Please like and share, okay? Like and share. Double check to make sure you're still subscribed. If you have, especially if you have not been receiving your notifications. All right, I love you all to life. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. And I will talk to you all again soon. Peace.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. That's See right. A bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating